One thing I have not done yet is get in a hedge and let it play out all day long and see what happens by the close of the day. And I've been in situations where it's just profitable, just take it. And I think you should do that mostly. But I haven't experimented with letting a single trade play out all day. Now, I have a hedge going on from last night, and usually I come in and close it. It was just too break even and not enough meat on the bone, so I'm still in an overnight trade from last night. Now, the divergence is against me about $100 so far. But I have seen also, I need to record, what is the largest divergence against me, negative divergence that I've had with hedging. Okay, in case you're new to the video, hedging long on one hedge, micro, and short on the other micro. Two different instruments, not the same exact instrument. We're long 1 micro of the MNQ and we're short 1 micro of the MNS. And the divergence of price is pretty wild. It's very sporadic and wide-ranging and changing constantly. You might be positive on the bull side if you close both positions and make money. You might be positive on the bear side if you close both positions and still are net profitable between the two. I think the biggest I've seen, well, when you close one of the sides, if I were to take profit on the short side, for instance, which I like to do. If I'm bullish that day, I want to see it drop so I can take profit on the short side and then stay in my bullish bias for a nice bounce wherever what I believe to be the real direction of the trade. Sometimes it doesn't go down first, and you're in a position where if you're bullish, you want to really make sure that the bullish side is heavier and that the bearish side is weaker. And what I mean by that is the position is not hedged 100% on both sides, dollar per dollar, tick per tick. And I don't think you can get that even if you tried, but you can get closer. I've noticed sometimes I can hedge two of these over here, 2 micros of the MES, and it moves in price variance at the same level price is changing over here on the MNQ. Right? So it's just wild. See, now this was down 100 compared to this was at 0. Now it's all the way back up, and this is only down 11. So that whole $100 deficit that I had right here is back up here. And if this thing explodes, I really like the personality differences between these two. It actually can hurt you sometimes because you get used to the MNQ NASDAQ side of really moving strong in a direction. Sometimes it can just sit there, and then this thing over here, the MES, will be taking off and sometimes in the wrong direction, sometimes in the right direction, and you can profit on that side unexpectedly from nowhere, right? So it's really interesting, very interesting technique. I'm not saying that I want to do this professionally and always do this only exclusively, and I'm still practicing. This is going into my second week. And I'm still in the red, a couple $100. Those first couple of trades that I made with this technique, I was really, really experimenting with just a careless kind of approach. But now I'm taking more professional and specific trade setups with real stop losses. And I'm thinking that these numbers and measurements will give me a better idea. Is this technique worth trying to make professional or not? So the big question is, will I stay in this one hedge all day? I might get tired of it, and usually that's what I do. I don't like to stay in a trade all day if I don't have to, right? So if I get $50, $100 to close them both out, I probably will, and that's what I've been doing. I'm not copy pasting today. These are single accounts because it's my overnight trade. I haven't closed yet. The overnight trade, I like to do it every night and close it before the bell opens. I have not done that yet, and I'm thinking about entering in a second hedge on 2 different accounts, and then I'll have 2 different hedges going, and I can copy paste the second trade setup, 3 accounts on both sides, and then I'll have 2 hedges going, one from last night and a completely different one with 3 accounts on both sides of the hedge. I'll let you know. Stay tuned. What I'm sensing so far between these two their behavior, at least so far today, is I might be able to add a second contract here. But what would be against me if I did that is if price did decide to just take off while the NASDAQ is somehow going in a consolidation period. That would hurt because now I'm heavier on the short side and it would be going against me while the one I'm long is sitting still. That can happen. It does happen. It has happened. And it will happen again time and time over. So you have to be careful. I don't have to make an adjustment now. If I just keep it at 1 right here, since it's break even after being $100 down over here, I do believe this one has the energy and the speed and the tenacity and the force to just go up and give us the profit that we're looking for, that I can close this trade out. All right. Or I could stay in it longer. And what I would do is if I get profitable over here, $50 to $80, then I feel justified in putting on a hedge over here. Because if price corrects and comes down over here after getting up that high and comes back down to break even like it does often, the side that you're short on, what you're hoping is that if it goes up with it and you add, and you raise your average price, as price dips down into that because of a correction, you start to peel it off. You go back to 1 micro, you take profits, and you keep your average price up towards the developing price if it were to continue up. That's the way to move price around. Stay in the positive. Keep a grip on it. You keep a grip on the price, and you keep a tight range on the average price. And sometimes you get off balance so bad that you just got to close it out while you're close to break even. No shame in that. Happens a lot, and then you can recalculate how you want to get back into it. Do you even really want to hedge? Sometimes I want to put on a hedge so bad that there's no need. There's no need because everything is clearly going up or clearly going down. I don't want to hedge yet. So you go in that direction, single direction trading. That's not hedging. All right, so I just wanted to throw that in the record too. Let's continue to wait and see what develops. Now see, the overnight trade I'm not copy pasted, but I'm up like $30. Over here is up 50, right? And this one's down like, it was down 30. But anyway, it's a positive net. But if I was copy pasting, see now it's dwindled down. It was up 30. If I was copy pasting 3 accounts, I'd be up $100 for the day right there. Boom, done. I could be done in the morning. I'm traded less than 30 minutes, $100. But if I treat it like a game and I want to just keep playing with real money, and when it comes to that, that might not be the smart thing to do. But right now, experimenting with a new idea like this, for me anyway, it's a new idea. I want to see as many possible variables, situations, outcomes, unfolding, unexpected, manifested events that I can as experience, because that's how we get better and develop a system of trading that we trust and I like. All right. I know the trend line moving average strategy, Fibonacci strategy, and all that works. But do I love the strategy? Do I love it? Do I want to, and I guess you could just say, if you love to make money, then find a simple, boring, unassuming strategy and go with it and just be happy. I get that point of view as well. But I like to get creative, and I like to experiment, and others like to make money. And I'm learning still, and I don't care that much about being rich or having a bunch of money. I want to be able to enjoy the process of making it. And to me, this is an interesting kind of idea to hedge like this. And I do need to pay my bills, of course, and that's why I'm talking about taking profits and when I have them, and then not trading anymore for the day. I need to develop into that perhaps. So I'm just recording this in my video journal. We have to understand the flaws about our trading. And I know I got them. And I know there's a way to make a lot of good money out there trading. If that was my only priority, I can simply understand that. But it's not my only priority. There's something about trading that's artistic and very rewarding as a skill itself. And there's so many different ways to trade, guys. So many different ways of making money that each person has to find their own way to do it. So with that being said, I'm going to end this video. I don't want it to be too long. I'll see you on the next video. And I might post something about what happens here today, but otherwise I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.